Hey everybody, welcome back to our kitchen and welcome back to our channel. If this is the first time you've been here, we're glad to have you, and we hope that you take a moment and you look down below and watch some of our other videos, like and subscribe. Tonight we are going to make a pot roast in the oven, so let's get started. First things first, I have my oven set to 375. I have my little roaster here, and I have about a 3.5 pound beef roast. So we're just gonna plop that baby right on down in this pan. All right. We wanna season this up with some salt and pepper, so I'm gonna go in with some pepper here. Now, of course, my beef roast is frozen. No big deal, just means you need to cook it longer. I guarantee you this will be moist and tender. This isn't a meal that if it's frozen, it's not gonna cook instantly, so just plan ahead. Add some salt then as well. That's always great to add. You can add whatever seasonings you want. I like to use this Montreal steak seasoning. And yes, you're gonna be a little heavy because this meat alone is gonna cook some juice, but we're also gonna add some juice to it to get it started, to help that cooking process. Be careful with your seasonings like that. Sometimes they have extra salt in them that you're not wanting. I'm gonna add some granulated garlic. I'm gonna put that right over the top as well. It doesn't matter if you get it down in the pan. And then I'm gonna add some granulated onion. Now you can add, like I said, whatever seasonings you want. I like to add some Worcestershire sauce, that W sauce that people can't pronounce like myself. We're going to make sure that rack in the oven is not on the bottom and not in the middle, but in that one in between so that we have room for our pan to fit. I usually add like a carton of beef base, but I actually have this base made here that I made earlier this week and I saved. So this is going to be perfect to go right in here. It already has some seasonings in it as well. We want to make sure we give this a good amount of juice because we're going to end up, after this cooks a while, we're going to put some carrots and some potatoes, and I'm adding some fresh whole mushrooms this time. So I'm just adding a little extra water, plus that gets all of that old beef juice that I saved out and in there. So now this is ready to go in the oven. Like I said, 375. We're going to let this cook. You don't really have to worry about it. Let's add some W sauce as well. I like to add that. So I'm going to add a little bit of that in there. This will create its own juices. We're going to let it cook for about 4.5 hours. And then we're going to add our carrots and potatoes and mushrooms. Probably add our mushrooms a little bit earlier. They don't really get mushy. They just soak up that juice, which makes them extraordinary. So we'll add our mushrooms here in about 3 hours or so, and then we'll add our carrots and potatoes closer to time to eat. So there we go. We're gonna put a lid on it, and we're gonna put it in the oven. Notice, like I said, I have it from the second from the bottom. That way the lid fits and all. And there she is, folks. We're just gonna let that baby cook for a couple hours, check on it, add the mushrooms. We're going to check this out. It's been in here for a while. That's looking good. We're going to be able to add our mushrooms to this now. We're going to go ahead and baste this a little bit. So if you don't have a baster, you can use a big spoon. Just basically want to make sure we keep it good and moist from the top down. Do that before we add our mushrooms in here. Now that that's basted, we're going to take them, go in with our whole mushrooms. You know that you don't rinse them. I think that's a little gross. I think they're grown in poop. I think they're grown in poop, so it's kind of gross, but you're not supposed to wash them, so there you go.
That's only the tripping mushrooms.
Poop and all. And put the lid back on this and stick it back in the oven. It's time to add the carrots. Let's pull this out. We're gonna add the carrots next. Oh, look at that. That's looking good. Those mushrooms are looking good.
Mushrooms are just...
Look at them, they're dancing. Look at them dancing.
Are they just all popping?
Look at them. Look at them.
It's because they're poop mushrooms?
They're dancing. They're doing the poop dance. We're just going to add our carrots right on in here. Add this whole little bag of carrots. Come on, little carrots. Come on out. They just need a hot sauna bath. That's all they need. What's that? I don't want that carrot. It's not poop. Oh, I think that's meat. Yep. That's just beef. All right. We'll add our carrots in. Let that cook for about another half an hour, and then we'll put our potatoes in. And you can do this all in one. You can put your meat and your carrots and mushrooms and potatoes all in and just let it cook. But I found if you put it in stages like this, they cook at different they take different times to cook so they don't get mushy. So we're gonna go ahead and, oh yeah. That's good and juicy. We're gonna go ahead and marinate that up some more before we put it right back in the oven. We're just gonna keep it nice and moist here. Nice and juicy. Oh, get off there, carrot. It's time to cut up our potatoes to add to that pot roast. Now you can leave the skins on like I did, or you can peel them. That's all up to you. We're gonna go ahead and pull this out. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna add those potatoes right on in there. Not like that. We had to dump them babies right on in. A little here, a little there, a little everywhere. Yeah, that's it. Let's get some over here. There we go. Just give that a little bit of a stir. Let's baste that meat some more. Then we're going to put this back in for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to add the secret ingredient to the top. That's going to make it delicious. Scrum-diddly-umptious. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Oh. It's time to add our secret ingredient. So we're going to take one of these, pop it open, and cut each biscuit into 4s. Alexa, stop. Oh, Jesus, those ones fully popped. Usually they don't pop like that anymore. Alright, so it almost killed me. I got those popped open. We're just going to cut them in 4s. So just kind of take these and crush it down and cut them into 4s like so. And we're going to do that with all 8 biscuits that are in here. Got those all cut into 4s. You don't have to do it like that. You can pinch them off and just put them in as little dumplings, or you can put the whole entire biscuit on the top. But this is what I want to do because I just want bite-sized. All right, so we got that back out. You're just going to plop these right on top here. You're gonna let that juice soak into there, and then we're gonna put this back in the oven for half an hour more. And those biscuits will cook right up on top, soak up some of that juice, and make this scrumptious.
Hopefully they don't explode again.
Yeah, once is enough, and then twice with you like tempting me and doing it, that's plenty. But this is gonna be amazing. Half an hour, and voila. Look at that. You got some fresh biscuits, dumplings right on top of that roast. This is going to be delicious, folks. We're just going to get some of this right here. I'm going to dip this down in the juice because I want it juicy. I'm going to add some of these biscuits. And grab some carrots and taters and some mushrooms. Look at that, folks, right there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Join us the next time. See you, folks.